watching Morning at NTV.
Thank you for keeping it here on Morning at NTV. Stephen Imbido and Professor Chuga now coming to you live from Ntinda. When the lockdown came on the 18th of June, many institutions were affected. But now we know that there is a presidential directive that tertiary institutions have to reopen on 1st November. But what was the effect for these institutions due to the lockdown? And what's the thinking now as they prepare to reopen? Let me speak to the Executive Secretary of the Uganda Business and Technical Examinations Board, that is Oyesije Onesimus, to help us understand how these institutions were affected, but now they're thinking what are they trying to do as they move towards the reopening. Good morning to you, Mr. Oyesije.
Thank you, Presenter, and good morning to our viewers. When you look at the effect majorly of the lockdown on the training institutions, majorly the TVET, Technical Vocational Education and Training institutions, it was very great. And this was due to the fact that the very nature of our training, which is hands-on, so for us it was really total closure. We could not even operate. And the side of examinations, actually they closed when we were remaining with 1 month to start assessment and examinations. So it was really a very deep hit on us.
So when we are locked just a month to the examinations, does that mean that as soon as they reopen on 1st November, students will be going to examinations, or they will be waiting for just another month to get ready for these programs?
The schedules were agreed as a subsector of TVET, operations and management. But in that schedule, when students resume, of course we have to give them time. We have to agree with them. We have to look at what they should have covered. If they were remaining with 1 month to cover what they were supposed to cover, we have to give them that 1 month. Then later on we go in for examination. But we are waiting for the detailed circular from the Permanent Secretary, Minister of Education and Sports. Then it will guide us on how and when we shall conduct these examinations. Yes.
We are talking about over 500 institutions that are offering business and technical examinations or studies and programs, and we're also talking about over 121 programs, right?
Yes, please.
And let's understand what is the biggest challenge, because we don't see so many people going for these examinations or these courses. Where could be the challenge, and how do we improve this sector in this regard of tertiary or technical education?
Of course, from your side, you see these numbers being small, but from our side, we are seeing progress. When we started with these examinations in 2011, we are looking at 26,000 candidates. But as we speak now, we are looking at 100,000 plus candidates. So there is progress, and numbers are increasing on our side. And we hope that in the next few years we shall level with the students who go even for advanced level of education. So the numbers are increasing, and the reason students not joining is simple. Some of these are historical, the way people used to associate with how they associate TVET with the other issues, but now we know this is a skill error. If you don't have a skill, you can't get a job. And we are seeing very many people coming, even with the first grade, even with the very good principals, they are coming. They first get the skills, they work, and then they progress with education, with other studies.
As UBTEB, I understand in the financial year 2021-2022, you were not given enough money to run your programs, and this definitely has an effect. Considering that we've been even in a lockdown, we don't even know that whether we shall even have a third wave or not. How is this shortfall going to affect the programs and the running of the business at the UBTEB?
Actually, the shortfall we highlighted was looking at our strategic plan and our costing for this financial year and what was allocated to us. Money can never be enough. There was just a shortfall of about 13 billion. But we were given money equivalent to about 22 billion, which we think we can use to make sure that we execute our mandate. The bad news is that even on top of that, there was a 41% cut across all votes. So as an organization, yes, we suffered that cut, but our hope is that once we resume and we have to carry out our activities, we shall write to the minister and they will give us the money to carry out these activities. These are national activities.
Okay. As we wind up, now that the institutions are getting ready for 1st November or even another date that could even be revised, what should be the thing? What should they be doing on the ground as they prepare for the reopening, those tertiary institutions?
I think once the circular comes out and people are aware of the date when they are going to open, the institutions know how to prepare. Of course, now we have to observe the SOPs. They have to prepare for that. Then also they have to prepare to receive the candidates. And the parents also should prepare to make sure that when the students are going back to school, they have the requirements, because they will need some money to pay. So that's what they should be doing. Within this month, that is what the parents, and we have been longing for this, and we thank the government that at least they have looked at this level of education as very, very core, so that people can go back and study.
Okay. Finally, your word to those who are coming back to the institution, the students themselves.
But before that, I want to appeal to parents and indicate to them that this is an area where skills are very, very, very crucial. They should start taking vocational education and training as a priority, but also I appeal to all the students to make sure they prepare and come back to school. Those who have issues, they sort them very early, and also the principals should make sure to accommodate all different problems which usually affect our students, lack of money, lack of what, but they should allow them to come back and resume studies. They will pay slowly as they catch up.
Thank you so much, Onesimus Oyesije, the Executive Secretary of the Uganda Business and Technical Examinations Board. This is Stephen Mbidom.